Hello everyone and welcome to this Minotaur stream summary of Henrik's latest stream. We look closer at the Tindrem garden and at some terror birds. So later I will go through the list, and if I don't go too much into detail, then Henrik didn't specify it any further. But first off, Henrik said something about the live streams.
So yeah, we updated our website with a live streams section.
Link for that is in the
description. There you will always see the upcoming stream schedule. And I'm trying to get us to update that website as well with our past streams with highlights. Because as you know, these streams can become long and filled with various questions and some common questions. And that highlights should, if you're missing one of the streams, you can go there and capture the top things and quickly go there and have a, good recap or whatever you want to see in terms of question and answer. You can always check out the website for that. Yeah, website does a pretty good stream recap on YouTube. Exactly. I've seen that, and that is one of the reasons. I see there's a good value for that, and we will see if we can do something like that, or it's been very helpful. So we will see what we can do to so we don't do the same thing, which almost this is, right? So I will have a shout out to him.
Thanks for the shout out, Henrik. I don't know, but I will make the stream summaries as long as people watch them. But it would also be a good option if you list all the stream summaries on this website. Then no one from StarWorld has to sacrifice their time and can work more on important stuff. So yeah, it would be an honor for me if you will link all the stream summaries on the website. So anyway, let's look what Henrik showed us in his stream. First off, we have the troll variants for scale. In case you didn't know, the middle one is in game right now. The rest will come, of course. Here with the more snowy mountain troll. Holy shit, this thing is huge, and if it hits you with that stone axe, then you can see the stars, I guess. Then the terror bird. Oh shit, sorry, wrong image. So the big chicken nugget. For size comparison, a player would be at the wings. So this is an alpha. It can be around 3 meters tall. And yeah, later on you will be able to mount these things. Henrik also said that some special abilities will come to the pets, but it's more or less a maybe, so maybe this terror bird can jump pretty high. Also here's a close-up, and yeah, it looks pretty terrifying. This really deserves its name. Then Henrik showed us the arena. It looks awesome, and I think he's pretty proud of that. So the arena will be bare bones at first, and then you can make PvE group fights, even normal group fights with modifiers like only that or that is allowed. You can spectate the fights. You can even book the Emperor's Lounge if the Emperor isn't there and take over the role for deciding if it's a fair or an unfair fight like the old Romans did. Also betting on fights will be an option and many more little stuff, but for now we only have the arena. You can go in there are no guards currently, and yeah, there's nothing of these systems in yet, but they will come. Henrik is always a man of his word, so yeah, you can count on that, he will do that. This is from the Tindrem garden. There are also some exotic plants and small stuff for the high society of Tindrem, so it's really the Emperor's garden and it looks really beautiful. Some high-end NPCs will wander around there, or high society, and if you, for example, kill them, you can maybe gain standing with another nation. And I personally must admit, this looks awesome. So now I will go through the list. Henrik is doing well and his injured shoulder getting better. Minotaur dungeon will come with the king, the next patch. They are currently working on the pet broker. A lot of polishes and bug fixing are all incoming. The Immortal server is located in London, England. So the garden you have seen and the arena you have seen come with the next patch. So today, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, there will be some NPCs in the arena like gladiator training and beast fighting and training. They are working more on some epic stuff, hidden stuff all over the world, and some creatures and some more mystery stuff. But this will all be added at the release date and not before. Then even the veterans have something new to explore. Fishing contest will come in the Christmas holidays. And of course before that fishing. The housing patch will come in the end of November. Necromancy will not be added before the release. And they need to add scribing first, where you can write down the scrolls to your spell book. Because without that, no necromancy. Beast Mastery and Veterinary will be added soon. Domination more or less start of January, end of December, depending. Now a very sad one. Breeding will not be in before the release. Maybe if they can make it, but then shortly after, of course. Thrust attacks underwater will be possible at some point. Cosmetic items for beta testers maybe when they have the time. PvE mechanics and dungeons are worked on. Henrik expecting a very high population and that they prioritized other stuff instead of populating the city with a lot of NPCs because they are also draining performance. And in the first few weeks and months the cities will be crowded anyway. They will add more lore to the world. They are also working on more stuff for alchemists. For example, losing weight and other effects. Even something like explosives and the poison system, of course. course, but the poison system is planned for long after the release. Thievery will come shortly after the release. Hunting spirits in the Otherworld will come to the game, even hunting some Otherworld bosses that need a group of spiritists to hunt those. Panthers will come to the game, but no date yet. Henrik started the company more or less with 23. And at the age of 25, they got the company on the stock market. And they even made a record of youngest CEO with most investment from the stock market. Nodeline fixes for pets is worked on and much more bugs will be polished. Fun fact, Mortal Online 1 server was down and Henrik was calling Sebastian on a weekend to get the servers running again. Yeah, I personally remember this weekend. I guess that was back in 2011, I don't know the date correctly. And I couldn't play the whole Saturday and people were writing in the forums and stuff, what happened? But Henrik is glad that they learned a lot from the first game and they won't do the same mistakes again. The bull horses, the lykiators, the molvars, then the most other stuff, and then of course the riding of all the other pets and animals and stuff. And then of course the pet equipment. Some animations rework for animals will come to block them better. Just call your pet attack and run in the other direction, that will no longer work. They will implement a system where the player needs to interact further. The other continent, Lykia for example, is more based on the Avatar movie and is the home of the Alvarines. Fishing will be a very deep system and very rewarding for knowledge if you know where to find good fishes, the hook size, the strength of your line, the bait, and there will be hundreds of fishes and catching mechanics and stuff, and you get something like bottle messages and stuff and maybe some treasures. More emotes will be added over time, also stuff like sitting on chairs, benches and other interaction stuff with the environment. Kegs and producing wilds is planned for after the release. For territory control, there will be no more territory control towers. So simply the keep has its territory and that's it. He didn't specify if one guild can rule more keeps, but I guess yes. The duel feature is maybe added before the launch, maybe not, depending on how they have time. Journal will come at the end of November, where your history gets listed and stuff gets listed, what plans do you discovered and stuff, so it's basically no quest log. Other magic schools will have more specific use cases and combat styles. They hired one new coder and one new FX artist. VR support will come to the game at some point, but it's planned for much later. More music will come to the game. More small wildlife will be added, like squirrels and other small animals that you can also interact with. The characters will never age, but you can change your age later with in-game items and stuff. Crossbows will come to the game. Big ones, smaller ones, one-hand crossbows, and you can also use them on mount, but not the big ones. Throwing weapons will come to the game. Many more weapons and stuff is planned. More quality of life stuff that you can, for example, equip a sword and a shield at once. Awesome kill moves are planned for the mercy mode. There will be only one character per account, but later there will be an option where you can change your clade, but it is not something that you can change like your underpants, so this will take some time. There will be no gunpowder and cannonballs. Instruments will come to the game, also a magic school that is tied to an instrument. Defensive and offensive siege weapons are planned. For example, a fireball manganon. The water behavior of pets will be reworked. There will be at some point a sea titan, together with all the ships and stuff. Stein Troll Cave is planned for much later. View distance is already maxed out, but they are improving stuff and they will fix stuff and they will work on stuff to get it further. Wagons maybe come sooner if the people want to transport stuff and depending on what the community wants. But if we have wagons, ships are not so far away from that because ships have the same mechanic behavior, Henrik said. High-end creatures can hit you through parries. In-game polls and voting system will come, that no one can cheat on voting. The whole water system and ocean system will come to get one big map with all the continents together. Mortal will not be on Google Stadia because of the one map stuff and all the performance. Henrik said that is not going to work. More voice over IP functions will come, like sliders for up and down if some people are too loud. Blinders will maybe come for horses and some other stuff, but it's more a maybe because in the first game people just took that anyway, so it was more annoying than anything with benefit. And I can agree on that, it was just annoying. Crouching will come to the game, and maybe if you put a hood over your head, then no one can see your name. But that was just a maybe and just a idea from Henrik. So I hope you enjoyed this summary. It takes always a lot of time to make. So special thanks to my Patreon supporters Carmel, Professor Donski and all the others, of course. Please also leave a like and subscribe, would be really awesome from you. And don't forget to make party art! See you next time. Goodbye.